Blase bling, blase blung, blung, blung. What's good, son doobie? Another day, another dollar, another way to make them holler. You know exactly how we do. I hope you're having a good day. You know what I mean? And everything is official tissue because today's a great day for a great day, and we're always having great days. I was just about to do some shorts. I was just like literally watching shorts, right? I'm sitting here doing my thing, watching my shorts and shit. And I was going to do my reaction to my shorts. This will be the fifth one. And for myself, I ended up seeing something that completely upset me. Did not ruin my day, but it did put a good damper in it. Now, I have I can't say an interesting story, but for myself, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, stayed there for a while, and then I went to the ATL, went to Atlanta in 1998, right? And when I went into Atlanta in 1998, I ended up meeting, it's like hard to explain. When I first got there, I lived in Columbus, Georgia, right? And I was in Columbus, Georgia for 2 weeks. And when I was in Columbus, Georgia for them 2 weeks, I ended up meeting a couple people. My first dude I ever met, his name was Tyrone, the guy who lived downstairs. Tyrone changed my life. How did he do it? I straight told him one day, I said, Tyrone, I just moved out here. I ain't got nobody to talk to and shit. You know any girls out here you can hook me up with? And he was just like, straight up and down, I do. My girl has a good friend of hers, and she's with some corny dude, like real corny dude. Dude's name was Khalil Birdsong. Mad corny dude. Anyway, shorty do up. He ended up talking to his girl, and he ended up bringing her friend to come meet me. Her name was Vanessa. Vanessa Adams. I met Vanessa in August. I met her in January, February, March, April, May, June, July. It was around June of 1998. She was with her dude, and for me, I was flying back and forth from New York to Atlanta, because back then, there was an airline called Air Trans. And Air Trans had a special thing going on called the X Fares. And the X Fares was for college students. You can fly anywhere in the United States for $20. So I was flying from Atlanta. Every time I had probation, I'd fly back from Atlanta back to New York, back and forth, back and forth. Make a long story short, because I like making short stories long. My probation officer ended up finding out I lived in Atlanta and violated me. And he was just like, yo, next time you come in here, we locking you up. Ah, fuck you, I'm out. When I met Vanessa, she lived in Union City in Atlanta. I didn't like Union City. Next to Riverdale, College Park. She was just like, when the lease was up, where do you want to go? At the end of 1998, November, we moved downtown. I was like, we are going downtown. There's no way in hell I'm living all the way the hell out here. So I moved downtown. In December of 1998, right on the corner of my block, there was a record store called Hit Disc Records. Underground hip-hop spot. It was a blessing for me because I was into underground hip-hop like a son of a bitch. The first guy I met inside there, his name was Rocky. Rocky Ware, the Golden Scholar. I am still friends with Rocky right now, still to this day. Matter of fact, I texted him 20 minutes ago. Still my boy. 1998, we are in 2025. That's still my guy, 27 years later. By me rocking in Hit Disc Records, because it was an underground hip-hop store, we were underground hip-hop in Atlanta. Everybody that came through that son of a bitch, we were underground hip-hop. Ludacris came through there before he blew up. He put out his album Incognegro, which actually blew up to back for the first time. But the first one he put it out, it was called Incognegro. Our homeboy was his marketing guy. And this is the dude that we chill, fucking Rodney. Rodney was his marketing guy. So he was always at the shop. I was mad cool with, the hell were they names and shit. So basically, shit, bro. It was a ton. I can't even go off the top of my head because I was cool with so many Atlanta artists at that time. But there was a few. I ended up becoming really good friends with this one guy. He had a little record company called Binkus Records. And his name was Jax. That was my guy. Jax legit died performing on stage, had a heart attack. So he died doing what he loved to do. You feel me? That was one of the first ones to go, was Jax. JFK, he had his album, Jax Forever King. I still got the tape on Binkus Records. The tape, motherfucker, I still got it. One of the other dudes out here in Atlanta that basically was a pioneer, and he let, bro, he's the face of underground hip-hop. If you know anything about underground hip-hop in Atlanta from 2000 to 2025 now, 25 years, if you're in Atlanta and you know anything about the music scene, you know the name I'm about to drop. While I was just sitting here about to do my shorts, it kind of just, I scroll and I see it. His name is Dres The Beatnik. And Dres is a staple. He's a pioneer. He's one of the dudes. He wasn't really commercially known like that. He was straight underground. But he was the dude, bro. It's hard to explain on how dope Dres The Beatnik was. I found out he passed this morning. And even though I haven't talked to him in over 5 years, 6 years, we haven't spoken. It's one of those things that when you're cool with somebody, and as you get older, me being 48 years old, I haven't met that many real people after I left Atlanta. I met a couple in Texas. My boy Tim, that's still my guy. I love that dude to this day. 24-year friendship. There's not too many people. Everybody that I was in Atlanta with, I'm still cool with. My boy Logic, my boy Finney, John Brown, Tino Brown, Scorpio. But then I got told this morning that Dres passed. And I kind of stopped what I was doing. I didn't want to do no reaction videos to none of my bullshit. I didn't want to watch no shorts. What I actually want to do is to give my man some props. I wanted to take my time out my day to give my man some props. And let everybody know on how dope Dres really was. A lot of people who don't even know this dude, I want to let people know that the way this guy lived, the way Dres lived, was impeccable. The very first time I met Dres, he was positive, and I was going through some negative shit, and he talked to me. Not only did he just talk to me that day, this is going to sound stupid. This is going to sound stupid to a lot of y'all, but I love to freestyle. I love to spit. And I was talking to Dres. We were having a conversation. I broke up with my ex Vanessa, and it was a really bad breakup, and I ended up going to jail, and I lost my apartment, I lost my car, I lost my job. I was homeless at the end of that situation. And every Sunday at Apache Cafe, we have open mic. And it was a place for me to go. I had nowhere to go. I used to have a membership to a gym so I could shower. I worked at Planet Hollywood on Peachtree Street, so I got my food when I was at work. And one of my other good friends at the time worked down the street at the Four Seasons Hotel. And what he would do for me and somebody else, one of our other friends, he'd block out a room for the week and like put a maintenance request in and give us the key so we have a week to crash there and then change out the rooms. It was one time when, to make a long story short, I ended up losing my job over some real stupid shit. And I ran into Dres, and I was about to smoke a blunt in the parking lot next to my job. And I was in a very fucked up mood. And I went up with him when we smoked on the parking lot. I'm hitting my blunt. And my man used to beatbox. That's why he was Dres The Beatnik. And he was just like, check this out. And then started doing a beatbox to the theme song to Cheers. I ended up spitting some shit, and it was just, we had such a dope time. The shit was dope. Dope. Not having nothing. But just having your homeboy right there, just beatboxing while you spit and smoking a blunt. And that, as you get older, the people that are transitioning, Dres was a real ass dude, and this is why I'm making this. I want to show people on how loved this dude was. So let's look. I want to keep aspiring to be like this, and I want you, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter what it is, just inspire, bro, to live like this. This is my guy right here, Andre Let, Dres The Beatnik. That's my dude. He passed away this morning. I'm not putting it out how, but it doesn't matter. Some foul shit. It's just some life shit. It's just what happens. Let's look at these comments, bro. 1,000. 1,000. 1,410 shares. You want to see somebody who's loved? You want to see? And this is what I'm aspiring to be? Check this shit out, bro. That's my homeboy John Brown right there. That's my homeboy Dwayne, bro. I've known Duke right there 25 years. My heart is broken. He was always nice to me. We had a shop called Hit Disc Records on Peachtree Street. This is my guy, Rah-Rah. Big Rock. This is Rock. Rock, his son, plays for the Chiefs. Always winning Super Bowls. This is my guy, bro. I've known Rock back in the day when his son was 5. That's my boy. Look at my other boy right here, Logic. I gave him his name, Logistical Styles, when we lived together. You're not Logic, bro. You're Logistical Styles. That's my fucking boy, Logic. Sorry to see this. He was great to work with and represented the ATL. Look at my other boy, Scorpio. This is Sebastian Jackson. That's my boy, Scorpio, still to this day. The promotions predator. There was nobody doper in promotions than Scorpio back in the day. My guy right here, Derek, this is his wife, Natasha. I will miss his infectious smile and warm hugs. I can't tell you how many times I've typed Dres The Beatnik in ATL down low. It was an honor to have met him. He took me on as his first intern and showed me so much. ATL legend. Follow the hat. Rest in power, Dres. Rest easy. I can't say enough good about Dres. This makes me sad. Thank you, Andre. Sincere, my condolences. This is a tragic loss to the hip-hop community. You guys don't understand, bro. In every city in the United States, in every city, there's a Dres The Beatnik that holds down their city for the hip-hop fucking community. Holds it down. Never, ever has a negative thing to say. Not like us. Always positive. Always smiling. Always in a good mood. No matter what the fuck is going on. Just, bro, every time you see Dres, bro, every time you see Dres, that's what you get. My man, that's what you get. So when you're looking like this, you get my man. Rest easy, OG. Love you, Andre. My sincerest and dopest condolences. He was a great dude. Rest easy. I'm gutted by the news. My brother, rest in peace. My brother, my condolences. ATL would not be the same. This is absolutely heartbreaking. I'm sorry to hear this. Truly an original. And it just keeps going, bro. It just keeps going. Going. Thousands of people. And I said this. It was an honor and a pleasure to be able to create with you. It's just sad, bro. I know you hear the term, it's one of those ones. He's one of the ones, man. Look at that. I'm going to keep scrolling. As I keep scrolling, there's nothing. Do you know somebody in your life that nobody got nothing bad to say? Matter of fact, you got something bad to say about Dres, you get your shit rocked, bro. It was really like that. It's like, hey, yo, fuck that. What'd you say? And it was like, you'll get mollywopped immediately. Like, yo, there is none of that. There's none of that. Bro, I can keep scrolling. And it's nothing but love, baby. This is what I would aspire to be. He loved. That is love. He helped people. Look, I'm still scrolling. And the minute I stop, you're still going to see. I'm so sad. So grateful for the legend that is Dres. Grateful for the honor of knowing him. I'm sorry to hear this. Bro, check it out, bro. Check it out, bro. Look at my boy Killer Mike, bro. Look at Killer Mike, bro. Look at Killer Mike, bro. Look at my boy Killer Mike, bro. You don't understand on how like there is nobody in the ATO right now, commercial-wise, underground hip-hop-wise, that's not upset about this. Every city, from New York to Seattle to San Diego to Miami, every fucking corner, every city in the United States has a Dres the Beatnik, a guy that everybody loves because he is the embodiment of love. And if that guy is still around where you're at, give him his flowers. Let him know that he's loved because he gives it. He needs to, he don't need to hear it, but just let him know why he's still here, bro. That's what I wanted to say real fast. Sometimes we could sit here and just shoot the shit with the videos and laugh and you know, talk a lot of shit. But this one here, the shit kind of hurts, bro. To know a real ass dude like this is no longer. Look, yo, Killer Mike only had 87. You see how many homie got on his? Thousands. And if you click on Killer Mike's, there's again, there's my guy. There is not one negative, and there won't be. Right here, Dres was a real hip-hop. Mike Club Battles at Apache Cafe Sunday nights was the... Bro? Yeah, I replied. He was ATL hip-hop. Literally nothing but love. And I wanted to just make my little video for my guy, Dres The Beatnik. He deserves at least one video from me. I haven't seen him in 5 years. And he did nothing but show me love every single time we interacted. And I would like to inspire to keep being like that. I would like you to be more like Dres. And if you have a Dres The Beatnik in your area, shout him out and give him love. To my man Dres, may he rest in peace. May he rest in power. He knows how loved he is. And just for me, Nico, I want to thank him for everything he did for me and everything that he said to me. And that's that. I'll catch you on the next one. And to my guy Dres, man, rest easy, baby. Peace.